A smash and grab only takes a few seconds. The thief breaks the window, grabs your bag or purse, and is gone before you know it. It's actually a long process getting these signs turned on for an Amber Alert, and apparently our TxDOT office just didn't get the go-ahead from Kara. As you can see behind me, these guards are still striking, and we might have a little more insight as to why it's lasted this long. We talked with the National Weather Service and picked one Texas Panhandle town at random to see how they would respond when severe weather hits. They still have not reached an agreement. Now, after yesterday's election results, which you just saw, the subject of unequal representation comes up again. It's a system inadvertently excluding minorities from a seat in city government. For many, this was their first splash of summer.
This is our first day of freedom. No school.
Schools across the Panhandle opened their gates for the first time this year. And already they've seen hundreds of people celebrating this unofficial start of summer.
It's really exciting because all the new lifeguards are so excited, and so it's fun to see all the new kids out here.
For Lisa Palguda, this day had a double meaning. An English teacher at Amarillo High, the summer doesn't only mean time with her kids, it means a break from work.
I love my students, but it's really nice to be out for the summer.
Others had a different approach to cooling off these first few days of summer fun. Skating, grinding, and already making plans for the next 90 days.
Oh yeah, we're planning lots of stuff for the summer, going on some road trips.
Ryan Purcell just graduated from high school and plans to start college at AC next fall. But that's next fall. For now, he's just having fun.
And start of summer, man, just skate as much as you can. Come out, no school, just come skate all day. Just chill out with your friends. It's pretty nice.
As for this guy, Austin Thomas, he's going into the 7th grade, and his plans include more or less fun, and more fun.
Me and my friends, we went home together, we skated, we were just having fun, hanging out, and jumping on trampolines, doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
A start to summer marked by a holiday of remembrance, but celebrated by skating away. Chris Olson, ProNews 7. For the most part, Tulia has recovered from last month's tornado. FEMA is seeing fewer and fewer people every day.
It has tapered off. First-time visits are definitely down.
And they now have 4 trailers moved into the area, expecting even more in the near future.
What we're seeing more than anything else now are return visits, people that are that have a hurdle to get past. They need a document that needs to be sent in.
But what has yet to recover is local business. Sounds of commerce have now turned to the sound of creaking metal. This Alco is the most visible scar left in Tulia after last month's tornado. It's right across the street from the Bar W Ford dealership. And last Thursday, they started demolishing this building. Now all that's left is piles of rubble and twisted steel.
Try to regain as much normal as we can.
So when will we see a new Ford dealership here in Tulia?
You'll see the new Ford dealership hopefully within 60 to 90 days, I'd hope.
Bar W Ford is still waiting on insurance to fix its damages. Bill Martin, one of the owners, says about 30 to 40 vehicles in his lot were damaged by the tornado. Of course, there was also the broken showroom glass, plus the banged up roof and siding. But what is setting in now is the reality that there is still that possibility that it won't be feasible to rebuild like he wants.
I mean, right after it happened, of course, everybody wants to rebuild because they want to be a part of this community. But then again, the reality sets in is like, well, can we afford to rebuild? And it's still, kind of questionable sometimes until we settle absolutely with the insurance company whether we're going to be able to rebuild to what we were before.
A town still cleaning up and healing, feeling that creaking pain of lost commerce. Chris Olson, ProNews 7. Good Sunday night, and thank you all for joining us here for Nightside. I'm Chris Olson.
And I'm Laura Rice.
ProNews 7's Natasha Long has the story on what changes people in Texas could be seeing. If you would like to give your opinion on this bill, State Representative Swinford says he welcomes it. Just call his office at 1-800-446-2991. And it's that number that got us thinking, is your town storm ready? We talked with the National Weather Service and picked one Texas Panhandle town at random to see how they would respond when severe weather hits. There is a lot that goes into preparing a community for a disaster like this.
Tornado on the ground.
But the question comes, is there such a thing as being prepared enough?
You're never fully prepared. I don't care what happens, you continue to prepare and talk to people and find out what is the best way to do things and how fast can we do them.
We randomly chose McLean, Texas, stopped into town by surprise and asked for their mayor, Bob Martin. We wanted to know at the drop of a hat, what would they do if a tornado like the one in Cactus, Tulia, Clovis, or Logan hit them?
But immediately we would start going house door to door trying to determine, if anyone was left in the home or the residence or even a building. And if they're okay, safe, and try to account for everybody the first thing.
Even before this initial response, the mayor said they had spotters all over the county keeping an eye to the sky. He also said they had a number of these warning sirens they bought from Pampa that can be heard in and around the town. But he said the tricky stuff comes after the storm, like deciding who can and who can't come into the city limits.
People that need to be in town, yeah, if they live here, they're in allowed. If they have business in here, and they come to the fire station and sign in so that we know who's in town.
McLean's system sounds familiar to many communities in the area and to Steve Drillette from the National Weather Service. Steve is in charge of making area communities and counties storm ready. He says many would be surprised how easy or how close they already are. All they have to do is work with the National Weather Service.
Storm ready doesn't mean storm proof, but they have taken proactive measures to help protect their community and mitigate the loss of life and destruction if a severe weather event like a tornado moves through their area.
Steve says being storm ready isn't just a title, it's about saving lives and property. He says at this point only 8 communities and/or counties are in WS storm ready, a number he says needs to be higher.
We'll work with those communities so that they can maybe get those resources or those things that they need without having to spend a lot of money and that kind of thing.
A certification that can mean a lot of things, but primarily means safety.
It's a win-win for both. It's a win-win for us because we're able to get that information and better actually warn, and it's a benefit for their community because now that those things are in place, they get better warnings and can better relay that information to their public.
Steve also told us to tell people to push their community leaders to become storm ready. Of course, we're talking about aiding those who have already been affected by tornadoes. You can do that simply by bringing your stuff to our station downtown. You can't miss us. We're the building right off the highway that looks like a big metal pyramid with that 7 and KVII on top. We're primarily asking for really everything but clothing and furniture. You